We heard a bit of good news from the UK Chancellor yesterday for many businesses and employees in Britain. The UK's furlough scheme is being extended until the end of March 2021 in what is clearly a significant U-turn from the Chancellor and brings a much needed respite for many businesses and employees who were previously looking at a deeply uncertain winter period ahead. The furlough scheme was originally set to come to an end at the beginning of November and be replaced by the Chancellor's job support scheme. I released a video about this at the end of September when it was first announced. A link to that video is in the description box below. As a short reminder, the furlough scheme is the UK government's financial support scheme for businesses and employees in Britain, whereby the government covers the majority of an employee's monthly wage for them to essentially stay at home with no obligation to work, either because their workplace is closed or because their employer simply has no work for them to do. The cost of the furlough scheme has now been estimated to have reached over £50 billion since its launch back in March this year. Further billions, some estimates indicate over £6 billion per month, have now been allocated to keep the scheme going until March next year. Despite its enormous cost, the scheme has been acknowledged to have provided a vital lifeline of support for millions of people across Britain. Around 9 million jobs have been saved as a result of the scheme, and over 1 million employers have utilised it for their employees. So understandably, there has been a lot of support for the furlough scheme, and the Chancellor has now given way to the widespread calls for it to be extended, which will undoubtedly bring a huge sigh of relief for many businesses and employees, and hopefully help to see a large number of them get through the winter. For anyone who was made redundant after the 23rd of September, they can be rehired and put on furlough. Financial support for certain categories of the self-employed was also announced, as well as funding for the different parts of the UK. Of course, the furlough scheme does not extend to everyone, and many people will remain ineligible, including certain categories of the self-employed. That is no doubt regrettable, and the government has faced harsh criticism for this as a result. However, on the whole, this U-turn I think has to be seen as a welcome development, which will provide much needed ongoing financial support for many businesses and millions of employees across Britain, and I think go a long way to providing some respite and relief for them, at least for now, as we make our way through the winter period. I hope you found this update informative. If you would like further information on the extended furlough scheme or on any employment matters affecting you or your business, then feel free to reach out at any time. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time.